The Villisca Axe Murders, Iowa 1912. The night 8 souls vanished into silence. In the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, on June 10, 1912, a family of 6 and 2 overnight guests slept soundly in their beds. By morning, all 8 were bludgeoned to death with an axe. Their bodies found in a scene so grotesque, it still haunts America's true crime history. The killer or killers left behind a chilling clue: mirrors covered with cloth, an axe planted at the scene, and a mystery that has never been solved. The Moore family father, mother, their 4 young children, and 2 visiting teenagers were asleep in their modest farmhouse when the attack began. The killers entered through an unlocked door, silently moving room to room, striking each victim in the head with repeated brutal blows. The children, aged 2 to 12, were found in their beds, their tiny bodies piled together as if the attacker sought to erase them from existence. The coroner described wounds so severe they suggested the killer deliberately avoided bloodstains, as if staging the crime. Even more unnerving, mirrors in the house were draped with cloth, a ritualistic act that remains unexplained. The lone clue, an axe left on the floor, was traced to a local hardware store, but its owner was never found. The town's shock turned to paranoia. Investigators questioned everyone, from transient workers to the local preacher, Reverend F.M. Hobbs, who was seen near the house the night of the murders. Hobbs, a controversial figure accused of seducing parishioners, was never charged, but rumors swirled that he might have been involved in a black magic ritual to atone for his sins. Other theories pointed to a serial killer preying on rural families, or even a group of Osage Indians retaliating against settlers, a claim rooted in local legends, but dismissed by historians. One wild theory suggested the murders were practice runs for the later Axemen of New Orleans, though no evidence links the cases. What makes the Villisca murders so haunting is their targeted brutality. The victims were well-liked, prosperous, and deeply rooted in the community. The youngest child, 2-year-old Herman, was found clutching a teddy bear, his tiny skull crushed. The teens, sleeping in the same bed, were struck while facing each other, as if the killer wanted to ensure they died together. The covered mirrors became a focal point. Some believe it was to prevent the victims' spirits from seeing their own deaths, a ritual tied to occult beliefs. Others think it was to avoid reflections that might have revealed the killer's identity. Over 110 years later, the case remains cold. The axe was never tested for fingerprints, and witnesses' testimonies faded with time. The town's annual reenactments and the farmhouse's transformation into a haunted tourist attraction keep the mystery alive. In 2012, a cold case review hinted at a transient worker with a history of violence, but no conclusive evidence emerged. The question lingers: was this the work of a madman, a cult, or something darker? The Villisca axe murders are a testament to humanity's capacity for the inexplicable. The attack on a sleeping family, the ritualistic details, and the absence of motive or resolution make it a symbol of primal fear. It asks, what terrors lurk in the dark, even in the safest seeming places? Some screams never fade. Subscribe for more terrifying true crime